Hey there.
Hello, Jennifer. You doing okay?
How's it going? Yeah, doing good.
There was a couple things today, huh? Shoot, I was getting contacted
Yeah,
left and right about things for a little bit.
Rob never came in about the food truck, but and I had forgotten about the Luchas having their storefront.
Right, right. That's okay. Just as far as just go ahead and email them to what the code says on food
Okay.
trucks. And then is it still require promotions, or is there something that can be administrative?
I
regarding
mean,
food?
it says in the code about business promotion, and in the fee schedule it says $50. So I just wasn't sure if it's $50 per day or per weekend or how we wanted to do it.
That I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
it'd be $50 a day because that'd be,
Okay.
or I wouldn't think it'd be $50 a day. I probably shouldn't say anything until I look at what the code says. But
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
this thing tonight, the only thing you might want to have handy is his presentation to the DRC. He had a little bit more than just this sketch about where the deck was actually going out to. I
Oh,
know
to
he's reduced it, but it's
okay. And what he gave the DRC, I thought I had sent them what I sent these guys, but I sent them something different.
well, when he first went to the DRC to get the COA,
Yeah.
he had another sketch that kind of showed where the deck was on the building. This survey just shows the building, the current building. It doesn't show the actual
Okay.
deck on it in the packet that I received.
So
So
okay. Let's see. Let me figure out when he went to DRC, and then I can get that
right,
packet.
right. And then you can just share your screen.
So let's see. Okay, so it was August 13th, maybe. Let me see if I can find that real quick. You're probably not seeing anything on the screen right now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Except Mary made it on.
I've got it.
Hi, Mary.
So is it this what you're thinking?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And he reduced it to 8 feet. It says 10 foot by 34 by 11 in the blue up on the top there.
Okay. Okay. That'll be ready.
Yeah, that was
then.
one thing. He had another sketch as well, but that one works, I think, really well.
Okay.
Jennifer, did you also include the checklist sheet for the Board of Adjustment? It's on that request.
The, oh,
The BOA worksheet.
not the DR. No, I didn't. Let me
It's
look for that
included in
real
the,
quick.
in the application, the 6 or 7 items, but
The A, B, C,
Not the
D,
one
E, F,
from the
G.
design review.
no. It's in Scott's letter. He just
Okay, the
goes
A, B,
over.
C, D, and
Yeah. But there
Okay.
was there's a separate worksheet for the BOA.
Good evening, everybody. This is Scott Sonar.
All right. Expand it. Hello,
Hello,
Hi,
Tom.
Tom. Hi,
how you
Carly.
doing?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Tom, now don't influence Corlu on what she's going to say now. So
Well, this was just a lot easier for her. Just walk over covers the house.
Sure.
That's too much.
Lou, don't you influence me either.
And Mary too.
Did you talk to Sharon?
And I assume that's
Tom,
Scott.
did you
Yeah.
get to talk to?
Scott, how do you say your last name? Oh, you're silenced. Can you
Yeah, he's
unsilence?
Muted.
Unmute?
My last name is Sonart. Long O.
Thank you. All right. It's nice to meet you by video, by virtue.
Nice to meet you too, Tom. Corlew, I know you well. How are you?
Thank you. Nice to see you there.
You too.
Mary and Corlew and I took a ride over last week. We didn't need to knock on your door or bother you because all we needed to do is look at the front of your house.
Should have come by and said hello. I feel like we know about 1/3 of the community right now, so we're trying to get to 100%.
Well, good. That's good.
We love it here.
Great. That's nice to hear.
So we're waiting for Sharon.
She was here and then she says she's having that download an app to make her audio work.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay, good.
I don't have to worry because I've got a good leader here.
Couple minutes yet. Jennifer, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Has anybody, anybody ever talked to you about joining this board? We still have a vacancy.
No, not yet.
I was hoping that,
Thought we had a lady last time that was
Yeah.
interested. We had a
Oh,
lady,
yeah.
we had a lady that came to, who
I
was
don't-
that?
I don't remember who that was. Do you remember
Was
her
that-
name?
Was it Kathy?
Oh,
She never came into the office.
was that Kathy Grant?
Huh.
I'm looking at
Not
the
remembering
audience
her last
from the,
name at
I'm looking at the June 12th minutes. And the
Oh.
audience,
Yes, then I think that was her.
do you know how to get in touch with
I
her?
think it was too.
I can look tomorrow and see if we have her contact info.
Yeah, if you do, I think we'd all appreciate you contacting her to see if she's interested in joining.
Okay.
She was very interested that night.
Oh, look at that.
I can put another notice out in the weekly email too that we have a vacancy.
Yeah, maybe both, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Sharon, are you able to talk now or not?
Sharon, can you hear us?
Or if your audio doesn't work, can you type?
Sharon, you might want to check with one of your kids. They can probably help you.
That's
True.
for sure.
Unless she's at her office, then I won't be able. be possible.
Can you hear us, Sharon?
Nope, she disappeared again.
Yep.
If she's not able to make it work, you do have a quorum, Tom. So
Yes,
You
and I
can
think
proceed.
I believe it's 6:02, so I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. The Board of Adjustment this Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. This is a virtual meeting. Will we let's take roll? Tom Elliott is the chair. I'm present. Mary Riddle Clark, present, right?
I see Sharon.
Oh, there's Sharon. Cora Lou Anderson is present. Sharon, can you hear us?
Hi.
All right,
Sorry.
I think we heard you.
good. We have all of us present. Good.
Sorry about that. It's always an issue with me on this Zoom stuff.
Okay, the first thing we need to do is approve the minutes of the Board of Adjustment meeting on June 12th, 2020. Those were all in our packets. Have we all had a chance to look at those?
Yes.
Are there any additions or corrections? Then I'd entertain a motion to approve those.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Opposed? No, nobody. The June 12th minutes are approved. Now we'll go right to new business, and that is Scott Sonart, who is also present. We have received his land use application. I believe all of us are familiar with the property, at least I know Mary Clark and I and Cora Lou drove by and took a look at it together last week. And I talked to Sharon, and Sharon, you're familiar with the property already, right?
I am.
So everybody has looked at Scott's application, and I think I understand everything. And just to be, he went before the Design Review Committee on September 10th, and their conclusion was they thought it was a very appropriate and useful for a deck porch, as described by him, to be put in front of the entrance, or to be built in front of the entrance, in front of the house, the north side. Scott, is there anything you'd like to say in support of anything in addition that we haven't already read?
No, I just want to obviously thank the board for consideration of this request. I've shortened it a couple feet just to make sure that we can pass this adjustment if possible. And we really are excited about enhancing this house. I know it gets seen by a lot of folks driving on Clear Creek Drive, and we're excited to be able to entertain this idea. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Does any of the board members have any comments about this that you'd like to make?
I will just say that I really think that it will enhance the building and enhance the street frontage, that when we look at it, it will make a definite appearance, a good appearance, positive.
I agree with that. Anybody?
What I think you should do is, and it's laid out in Scott's letter,
Right, I'll go through that.
is through all the general
Yeah,
criteria.
I'll go through each one individually, but I
Okay.
just wondered, I was just wondering if there were any comments ahead of time by anybody. All right, well, then I'll go through that. The consideration of the variance criteria are as follows. A, that there are unique physical circumstances or conditions such as irregularity, narrowness, or shallowness of the lot, or other physical conditions peculiar to the affected property.
What is that just came up?
That's just that's
I
the
was trying-
application checklist. But
Right,
Oh, the checklist. Okay.
Sorry.
yeah,
I guess that's
everything,
not the right thing.
so do we agree that there are unique physical circumstances or conditions such as irregularity, narrowness, or shallowness of the lot, or any other physical conditions?
I agree.
I think there are. It's a 15-foot setback from the pavement, as I recall, from the street. And I think at least part of the one corner of the proposed deck would infringe on that by maybe up to 5 feet. Is that right? Is that pretty close? But I certainly think that that's satisfied. I think he's satisfied the circumstances and conditions under paragraph A. Anybody disagree?
I agree.
And B, that the unusual circumstances or conditions do not exist throughout the neighborhood or district in which the property is located. And I think Scott pointed out that his property is close to the street and the other nearby properties are a long ways away from the street. So there's no danger of encroachment. So I think that condition is satisfied. Anybody disagree with that?
Oh,
C, that because of such physical circumstances or conditions, the property cannot reasonably be developed in conformity with the provisions of this title. I think that's clear by what Scott has already enumerated and what I've already pointed out.
Sentence here, the front of the dwelling structure is flat and featureless, consisting of the structural wall, 3 small windows and a single garage door. And I think anything that you will do to that particular side of the house or frontage facing the street will definitely improve.
All right. You know, one question that I had is, Scott, I'm assuming you're going to build a door out to that deck.
Yes. Yeah,
Where's that going to be?
We originally had a double French door, but now we've dropped that down to a single French door. So one of the top windows will be a door.
One of the windows.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the door materials will be made of the same materials as the other door.
Okay. All right, D, that such unnecessary hardship has not been created by the applicant. And that dwelling was constructed in 1979, according to what Scott has written here. And you've owned the property how long?
About 3 months.
3 months.
if we could go back to the original owner and have them move the house back about 5 feet, that would work. But
That's right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I think paragraph D has been satisfied. E, that the variance, if granted, will not alter the essential character of the neighborhood or district, nor substantially or permanently impair the appropriate use of development of adjacent property. I think it'll enhance the not only his property, but the adjacent properties as well.
And I definitely agree with that. I just think I'm very pleased that you're doing something to create a character to that particular dwelling.
Does anybody see any impairment of the neighborhood by building that deck?
Not at all.
No. That the variance, if granted, is the minimum variance that will afford relief and is the least modification possible of the title provisions which are in question. And like he states, he originally was thinking of a 10-foot deck, but has reduced this to 8 feet. And I think that's admirable because I think that really does help to meet the minimum modifications possible for this. So is there any objection, anyone state anything contrary to paragraph F?
No.
Agree.
And finally, that the variance, if granted, will not permit development in a flood hazard area, in a geologic hazard area, or on a lot having a slope in excess of 30% contrary to the provisions for such development as cited. I think it's clear that none of those conditions are present on this property. Anybody disagree with that?
It's not part of the flood zone. So.
Right, right. Okay, any comments or questions of Scott Sonart? Then I would entertain a motion to approve the variance as described in his land use application.
I so move.
Okay, go ahead, Mary.
Okay.
I'll
I
second
so
it.
move. Is there a number on it? Is there a number on this motion? Usually we have a number. I'm not sure, but I so move that it be approved.
All right,
I'll second it.
Paul Lou Anderson is second. All in favor? Say aye, and please raise your hand so we can see that. Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Tom,
Right.
one thing as
Yeah,
far as
yes.
when Mary was saying it should be a variance of 5 feet on the front yard setback. That
Oh,
will
okay.
provide enough room. I mean, Scott only has an 8-foot deck, which would make it 3.5 feet in a setback. But if it's 5 foot on the variance request, then it allows for any adjustments on the actual building of the deck.
Okay, and I'm sorry, that's what you were referring to, Mary, I'm sure, right?
Mhm.
So with that, do you incorporate that in your motion and the second?
I don't know if it's necessary. Do you think so, Ken, or are we okay? with-
It'd be good to
the
have the
motion to
actual
accept
foot,
it?
the foot limit on it. It would be good.
Okay. Let's
All right.
add that to the motion,
You
but
second
we've
that?
already voted for it, so I'm not sure about that.
Well, let's vote again, just to be safe. on this.
The discussion
All in favor
period
of
is
the
over.
amended motion, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
I couldn't stop the train quick enough. So.
And opposed? All right, the motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Sonart. We've approved your deck.
Look forward to seeing it.
Right.
Thank you very much. You've all been very kind and great to work with, and I really appreciate your consideration of this request.
You're welcome.
Definitely improve the appearance of your house. or your yard.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Everyone take care.
Thank you.
Aye.
Bye-bye.
Good luck with the deck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.